person stuff going on, except for, of course, Zombie U, which was
Yeah, no,
shit.
no doubt about that, and I totally agree with you. I mean, let's just take Mario Kart 8 for an example. You and I have been playing Mario Karts for, you know what I'm saying, ever since the SNES, and then still, you know what I'm saying, you get to Mario Kart 8. I mean, they've reinvented the franchise again. They didn't have to do a whole lot to it, but actually, all they did was take everything out of the game that slowed you down. You know what I'm saying? Like the Ludoku, he comes and picks you up in a moment's notice whenever you get off
Oh yeah,
course.
I mean, I noticed that
Or,
right away. Like
yeah, I mean,
how much
anything
faster
that,
that is, right? To try and keep you in the
yeah.
race.
So I'm kind of with you, like on the first person shooter. I think that Nintendo, even let's just say that they did take an old IP, and I'm talking about like a really, really old IP. You know, something that would actually feel like brand new. I don't
Right.
think that they would have to mess with it a whole much to make it feel fresh, because Mario Kart 8, even though we've been playing them since the Super Nintendo, they feel fresh again. Like I enjoy the speed that they have allowed us to have in this game, and I think that not being able to pick up 2 items each time is huge too, because it used to be basically an item spam fest. Now,
Yeah.
you know, the items don't slow you down as much, plus you don't get as many of them. So it's all really focused on the action.
Yeah, I feel like this one is more skill based than past Mario Karts. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah,
not so much more so than just the control is much tighter. So it feels like
yeah.
that skill is out there up front like a little bit more so than past Mario Kart games.
Yeah, and you know this as well as I do. That's the Nintendo gameplay. You know what I'm saying? They offer you, you can play literally Mario Kart as loose as you want or as
Right.
tight as you want. And
Exactly.
you've been in some of the matches with us on the forums. I mean, some of the guys play it uber tight, uber competitive, and some guys are, you know what I'm saying, they're pretty loose. But even the guys that are loose, I feel like, can probably go into random matches and wreck in random matches, like come in first every time.
Oh, right, right.
Because yeah, because I mean the guys that we got in the forums are just so freaking crazy.
Well, I mean, come on now. No matter what game we all play online, we end up having fun.
Ain't that
Winners,
right?
losers. All that shit doesn't really matter. We talk shit as part of the game to have fun. That's really all it's about. I'm reading here on the
Yep.
Twitch feed that people are having issues like you were freezing up or something, or it like keeps cutting out and then coming back. I'm not seeing any
That's just
problems on my end. I'm not exactly sure like why everybody's having issues or if anybody's having issues. I just want to
I
apologize
haven't.
for that.
Yeah, like I haven't. Oh, okay. You're talking about with the Twitch feed. I was
Yeah, I'm
sitting there
talking about right
thinking,
now.
oh, okay, okay. I was like, man, I don't know what they're talking about. I was about to say, man, it's just a such making excuses again for Mario Kart.
He's a funny kid, this guy, and he's like 12 feet
Yeah.
tall. He's like the size of a goddamn Wookiee and shit. You know.
Hey, have you heard him talk, dude? His voice is as bassy as a freaking. I mean, he sounds he sounds old, dude.
He sounds
Yeah,
like a
he's
Wookiee and
like,
shit. Come on, nah.
you're like, hey, such, what happened to you that last round? He's like, man, I got hit by a blue shell. I got hit by a red shell. I got knocked off the edge. It was freaking crazy. That's why I lost. Like my headphones, they don't even register bass that low.
He sounds like a Wookiee. He sounds
All right, so LSB, what are you thinking about this Mario Maker? Myself personally, I think it's fake,
You think it's
and
fake?
I do think it's fake. And I'll tell you something else about it. For myself personally,
Right.
I don't care if it's fake or not, because that's not my kind of game. Now, I'm just not correct. Like, I can build rock walls and stuff like that, but as far as like making an actual video game level, I have absolutely no interest in doing that type of crap. Now,
Well,
there are, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of, and you know, there's a lot of uber talented people in the forums that would probably be like, God, I would kill for something like this. You know, so I get that. And I would probably like to play some of their levels, but for myself personally, that's not something that, even if it was true, I wouldn't be hyped for it.
Well, I mean, nobody wants to believe because they think it's like a copy and paste kind of thing, like somebody photoshopped this bullshit or something like that. And even
Right,
if it
right,
was
right.
real, I'm really not that excited particularly for this game, but I am excited at the idea of Nintendo allowing the user to have some kind of say in the content in the game. Like, the way Steam does things, you know, is like they kind of leave it open wide for the users to create content of their own. And a lot of the content that comes out from these users ends up being really popular and stuff like that. Could you imagine, like, you know, if Nintendo adopted a similar kind of stance in terms of allowing their players to manipulate their content, or like to create their own content using some of the same tools that Nintendo uses to make content?
Yeah, no, and that kind of gets back to the point, you know what I'm saying, just talking about the forums. We got some uber talented guys in the forums that, you know, there's no telling what kind of content they could pump out. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, I think high-level quality stuff, because there's a lot of guys that are real, you know what I'm saying, attention detail-oriented.
Right.
I mean, they would probably kill it. So I totally agree with you and feel you on those points. Just for myself personally, I couldn't.
Like the
you know,
idea
hey, you know what would be cool though?
Track editors and stuff in Mario Kart. I mean, simple things like that, rather than like, you know, bigger things where, oh, here's the source code and you're gonna be able to make your own Goomba-looking motherfuckers.
Right.
I don't really know about all that, but I mean, I like the idea of Nintendo allowing like a track editor in Mario Kart. That could add a lot of replay value to the game, even though it has tons already. But I mean, just imagine.
Hold on. Once it the reason why I yelled out Koenig is because Koenig is really, they're talking about it in the Twitch chat, is because he's very, very detail oriented. Like, I could see him pumping out something super uber crazy that probably none of us could beat.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, you mean as far as like making a level or a track? Or
oh God, yeah. Oh yeah.
Allowed him to do that.
Absolutely. So that's why I was talking about Koenig, because man, that guy's just
he takes Super
you know what I'm saying, he's a
maker and make like Super Mario, you know, brothers.
He'd make like Super Mario, Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
the hardest Super Mario Brothers ever conceived.
It would be like the lost levels would look like kindergarten compared to what Koenig would make.
Yeah, every time you could just bring it up and it would just, you know, you'd be done.
Right.
Like the start would be like game over.
Yeah.
Like, hey, press start.
If you didn't even start right, Koenig would punish you. Like, if you didn't walk right or something like that, he would just absolutely punish you for it. He would be like, no, you're not walking right, game over. No continues. No continues. It would lock you out of that level for like a week.
Super Mario Brothers KO.
Yeah.
Game over, bitch. It's like you press start. Game over, bitch. There is no winning KO's game.
Yeah.
So detailed, he's already foreseen the future and see that you lose, motherfucker.
Right, exactly. So what else has been kind of teased? Because as far as like giving my own predictions, I don't care about that. We might talk about that Tuesday, but what else has been teased? We talk about Steam, we talk about the Mario Maker.
Well, there was supposed to
which
be
we know
the Koei stuff. Like Koei's supposed to be showing 3 games at E3. I mean, you see.
I'm cool with that.
Excited about that, like the Natsume or what was it? Was it Natsume? It was Natsume that was doing the games.
Yep.
Like the people who make the Harvest Moon games and shit like that.
Yeah, that's right. Well, like I said in my E3 post, man, I'm hoping to see a lot of Japanese. I'm hoping to see kind of some obscure games. I don't want to see the regular old, you know, and I don't want to sound cliche, and I don't want to sound like a hater either, you know, but you know, I don't want to see the, you know, just all the regular big franchises, Assassin's Creed, Need for Speed. You know, I'm not feeling that right now. I need something like No More Heroes. You know, something like No More Heroes just comes out of nowhere. I'd like to see more stuff that just kind of comes out of nowhere, and also things that are just, you know, really, really unique, really captivating. Whether it come from Nintendo, Capcom, Konami, Koei, Numatsu, whoever you was just saying, Bandai, yeah, I mean, whatever, you know, Bandai Namco, they're the ones doing the new Legend of Zelda. If they do something else, you know, I just really want to see some really off-the-wall type games, not the regular run-of-the-mill, Okay, here's Splinter Cell, here's Assassin's Creed, here's Call of Duty, here's Need for Speed, here's Madden. I'm not really into that this year, man. Last year was just like not even a run of the mill. It was actually below the mill kind of E3. I'm just looking for something, just a lot of unique games, and I'm hoping that a lot of them come to the Wii U. I'd like to see a lot of the Japanese devs get on board, and actually I'd like to see who Platinum's coming out with next too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and I think that you and I are probably a lot on the same wavelength. That we like the more obscure, the diamonds in the roughs, the stuff that people will really wreck in reviews. That it actually is a really good game for gamers. You know what I mean? Things like that. I think that you and I enjoy stuff like that. Right, right, right. Yeah, hey, actually, hey, something I did want to talk about. Who do you personally, LSB, think?
Oh, sorry guys, my mic's back on. I apologize. I must have left it
Who
on.
do you, yeah, who do you personally think out of your thread that you're going to gain?
Waka waka waka.
I mean, who do you think is who do you think's gonna win it? The one that you're giving out a game. Like, I mean, which one do you think is the closest?
You know, in all honesty, I think a lot of people are just like way off about about what's gonna be about what the pick is gonna be. I think, in all honesty, that thread's gonna end up me like taking everybody's name who participated and like, all right, I'm sorry, Shoulder, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave my mic off. I fucking apologize. I am sorry. It says the stream is dead. But on mine, it says I'm still streaming quite well, actually. I don't understand it. Anyway, what was I talking
Yeah,
about again?
I don't know, but I'm sitting here watching. I'm watching the stream too. My stream's still working.
It's like you guys epic fail. You game over. I don't know what to say. So
Huh?
sometimes I think to myself, this year, like Microsoft and Sony, they're gonna have a decent showing and everything and whatnot. But the truth is that it's really gonna come down to what Nintendo shows this year. Because I mean,
Oh yeah.
this is like the big hurrah for the Wii U. Basically, it's like do or die. And with all the hype leading up to it, like the stuff that you know, the stuff they've been doing with the new ads for Mario Kart 8, all the press it's been getting, and there's a lot of hype surrounding Mario Kart 8, and it seems like they're gonna ride that wave all the way in E3, and then at E3 they're just gonna blow shit up because guess what? Zelda U, guys, Zelda U's coming.
Yep.
You know?
And not only that, when is Nintendo not ever the not I don't want to say the dog. I mean, it always rides on Nintendo. You know why? Because they're the only ones that are willing to go outside the box and stuff to be crazy. Like, they're the ones that bring the craziness.
I just like every time Nintendo, has a showing, they have a pretty decent, solid showing. I mean, even if nothing like kind of blows people away, they still have a solid showing almost, most of the time. But this E3,
Yeah, yeah.
this E3 is going to be different. I mean, this is going to be like, it, everybody's talking about how low I can talk. I mean, how can I yell? Do you want me to scream into this motherfucker? I don't know what else to do, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know how to, apparently, I have to figure out a way to fix the mic. It says I was good earlier, but now I'm too quiet. Okay, well, let's see. I think I might be able to fix that. Hold on. How's that,
Hey,
guys?
let's
Can you hear me better now? Is it working a
I
little
can
bit
hear you.
better? I know you can hear me this whole time. Agree on that. Yes, I